My name is Mike, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a clean. Today our test subject is Pete. Pete, can you please wave to the camera? Thank you, Pete. We're going to start by teaching this from the top to the bottom. So in order to adequately teach someone how to do a clean, they have to first learn how to do front squat. So what I'm going to have Pete do is first pick the bar up into what's called the rack position. All right, so feet, I want at least shoulder width apart, toes turned out slightly. All right, in terms of hand position on the bar, he's going to go a little bit wider than a thumb's width from where the texture begins, so a little wider than shoulder width. Go ahead and just with a safe back, pick that up for me, or just do a clean. That was great. And if we're gonna take notice here to Pete's elbows and his hands. All right, so his elbows face forward, his upper arm is parallel to the ground. All right, his wrists are relaxed, and the bar is resting between his clavicle and his front deltoid. All right, so right now he's in what's called the rack position. This position is stable. He's using his core versus his shoulders to hold this bar in position. All right, so what he's gonna do now is he's gonna keep his chest high. He's gonna brace his stomach by kind of almost acting as if he's going to be punched. All right, I want you to keep your chin up. Try to find a focal point towards the ceiling. Good. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit down into a squat. Push the hips back. Let the knees bend. Try to maintain that curve to the lower back, keeping the chest high, and we're just going to sit down into a squat. Go ahead and try that out. Very good. And that rack maintains the entire time. You can drop the bar. All right, so the next thing we have to do is talk about finishing the pull aspect of a clean and receiving the bar, catching the bar. All right, so what's going to wind up happening? When you do that, if you do it correctly, the bar should stay relatively close to your body. All right, it's not going to deviate away from that path straight up. All right, so what I'm going to have you do, Pete, is grab same hand position, same feet, all that stuff. Grab the bar, and I want you to bring it to mid-thigh. All right, we're going to use a couple of cues here. All right, when we're doing this pull, it's an explosive movement. It's almost like a jump. Okay, so as you're pulling those hips forward, trying to get the full hip extension, it's as if you're jumping. All right, when you do this, your elbows are going to be relaxed. Okay, your arms, you got to think of them as like rope connecting the bar to your torso. All right, as you're doing that hip drive, as we jump, there's going to be a pull, there's going to be a shrug that happens. So what I want you to do, Pete, is just go into your jump and then shrug. Okay, when we shrug, we talk about just shrugging the shoulders. All right, so again, let's do 3 of those. We're going to jump, shrug. Pull the hips forward, jump, shrug. Good. 2, 1 more. All right, so now maintaining that relaxed arm, okay, relaxed elbow. What I want you to do is keeping the bar close to your body. Use that momentum created from the hip drive to then get underneath the bar. You're moving out of the way of the bar. You're not moving the bar to you. So it's not going to come away from you. What's going to happen is there's going to be this kind of reverse, upside down candy cane type motion that occurs. All right, so let's go ahead and do 1 or 2 of those. We're going to jump, shrug, and then catch. Go ahead. Jump, shrug, catch. Perfect. You can see Pete catches in that perfect front rack position that we talked about when we did the front squat. That's very good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is talk about the first pull. So Pete, go ahead and drop the bar all the way down. All right, and if you notice, while Pete did, while he was doing that second pull, he was kind of maintaining that focal point. I'm sure that his core was also still engaged. He was bracing his stomach as if he were to be punched. All right, so now when we talk about the first pull, we're going to be in a position where you could do a deadlift or you can do one of our Olympic lifts. So feet placement the same, hand placement's the same. I'm going to grab the bar, good. Just now what I'm going to have you do to get into this position, I want you to now bend your knees, so unlock your knees until your shins touch the bar. Good, now drop your butt, drop a little lower, good. We're going to turn the chest up hard, perfect. So now from here, all you're going to be doing is a deadlift. I just want you to stand up with the bar. Good. When we do our first pull transition into the second pull, the first pull is slow, the second pull is faster. Okay, so that explosive pop from the hips is going to happen just as the bar gets to a little bit above mid-thigh in Pete's case because he's real tall. All right, so come all the way down. What we're going to do now is use our hook grip. Okay, so that's going to be index and middle over the top of the thumb, and that's going to pretty much just lock the bar in place. So Pete's got a good hook grip there. Okay, so let's get into our position for first pull. So we're going to get into that deadlift position. We're going to go with a full clean here. So it's going to be slow, 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 and then Jump, shrug, catch. Here we go. Pop. Good. So you see how he kept his chest up there? He kept that focal point up. He caught in a perfect front rack. Now let's do a full clean all the way into a squat. Okay, so now this is putting all the pieces. Okay, we want to pull from the heels. We want quick elbows. Get underneath that bar quick. Pop. Nice. He dropped down really quick on that one. If this were heavy, he would have successfully completed that clean. That's good. You can go ahead and bring that down. All right, thanks. Thank you, Pete.